Better be prepping for departure today. Voice is still a bit short. All right. All right. Let's see what fresh hole the day has for me. Oh, my voice. All right.
What did you not do? Perfect.
Mercer,
Mills.
have you met
Morning,
Stewart
Captain.
yet?
Good morning.
Who? A little about games.
Interesting. I have a proposition for you later.
Oh. His name's
What color would you
Stewart?
like?
Yes.
What color would you
Color
like,
of
Mercer?
what?
Your food.
Red. Just
Excellent.
one to go. And a coffee, please. That's
How did you sleep?
okay.
About as well as I can.
Thank you.
Hey.
I'm new here.
Did you?
Well enough.
No.
It's cold brew. I'm sorry.
By the way,
Make it hot brew.
Mercer. I was not
Yes.
sure. Didn't get the chance to send you the report the other day. There was an accident down in engineering.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Someone was making ammunition and had a small explosion. No significant damage. Station was cleaned up. However, I figure you and I should talk to the individual about informing their superiors when they're going to be meddling with explosive ammunition.
Call it.
I agree.
I'll
May I
inform
ask who it was?
Tashier. Granted, it's within their specialties. However, they should be informing us when they're doing so.
True. They're also a part of security. Why are they working in engineering?
I do not know that. I figured you and I can ask that once we find them. Good morning, Sid.
Morning, Captain.
them to help.
Fair enough, but as the one making the explosives, it's on them to inform us when these things go south, or when they're going to be doing so. Plus, they should be doing so in security, not messing up other
This
departments.
doesn't change the fact that one hull breach and we're all dead.
Precisely what I was going to
Is there
say.
a line?
No, you can go past.
Our guy
Yes.
is lying bad.
Okay. Captain, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go inspect the damages then.
Of course.
An explanation now. Nothing.
It's situated. If it's gonna hurt someone's feelings,
God damn it.
maybe lie to save
What?
them from the harm. But you know,
We're teaching
did you
you
do
about lying
something to
now.
the microwave?
What happened?
Taking off can be incredibly rough on the ship. And its appliances, I hear.
Oh goodness gracious!
Yes.
Did you break the great appliance in there? You're in trouble.
Fix the microwave door with my engineering
Argyle, I
skills.
don't support this action.
Forsaken rock.
Hey,
What's
we are.
that?
I don't support the idea of telling
You
MU
plus
to
two, right?
lie
With
about
advantage.
the.
Just
It's
advantage.
not a lie.
Okay, so with a
It
17,
is awfully rough
as
on the
you,
appliances
as you
aboard
go
the vessel.
and just
Aye, but we also
gently
haven't taken
meddle
off,
with
and you have multiple
the
witnesses
little
here
door
to prove
hinges of
otherwise.
the microwave.
You could
test
just
it
never
out,
said
blame it
anything
on
about
me.
the
I
microwave.
saw nothing.
practically
I'll take it.
normal.
I'm interested to see what you do.
Won't notice.
The chef always notices.
What color do you like, Sid?
What? What color?
Morning, Argyle.
What do you mean? Like gravestone?
Morning, Guns.
Oh.
No,
I don't know.
comes in
Some
one color.
whatever. Whatever works for you, Emmy. I don't care.
That's
Food
the,
is food at this point.
ready.
Oh,
You get
yeah.
green.
I think red is the meat.
Sure.
I have slept longer than I should have.
Morning.
Well, you
Thank
didn't
you.
know
About
Enjoy.
After all, taken quite a lot of
Try my best.
damage.
Oh,
in the
look
last
who it
2 days.
is. It's the old man.
yes, mate.
You look like you need red,
Oh,
Captain.
come on, I'm not that old.
Thank you, MU.
Good morning, Gans. Argyle. How did you sleep?
For a while. It was nice. I enjoyed myself. For the most part.
Are you feeling better, Commander?
Sore still, but better.
Radiation is not good for the bones. What color would you like?
Red, if you would. Whatever that means.
Whatever that means, yes.
I guess the red
hoping
is
that
the meat
means-
pack and the
Red.
green is the veggie pack.
Definitely love grown.
Looks like
Possible.
a pack.
I was never breed.
I'm gonna go check on our
Should
little
say it on the label.
a prisoner. Not really a prisoner anymore, are they?
No.
You don't know how to read the label?
Yes,
Well,
I
then
guess.
I'll go with you, actually.
Please do not
I
tell
have
me
some
I
sort of
told you.
light investment in that one.
What?
Do you?
Yes.
I'm doing the best I can.
I
I'm an
know,
engineer.
during-
I feed machines, I don't feed people. The chef is not here. I'm the only one qualified to use that machination.
How was your rest?
Keeping well,
Dutch?
Cap.
I am.
Yeah,
Good.
I think red is the meat.
My rest was fine. It was
Life has put me in a torturous situation.
helpful to beat some of the soreness I've been
I
dealing
didn't
with
do anything right.
following my countless medical visits.
You've been
I'm
through
better
the
off
ringer.
for it, but indeed.
Do better next time. It's all about learning.
No,
He taught me
I think
how
the
to
thing
cook
that's
these
helping more than the
tortures.
sleep is the painkillers.
Do you want a cookie?
Hmm.
Still,
I think I have some left over.
could be worse. I'm just thankful all my limbs are still attached.
Hey, Drew.
Hello. How is...
Actually, there's always a question. If something were to come off, what would you do? Go for the cloned limb, or would you go for the cybernetics?
Okay. I guess.
If I could get a replacement that's much like the one I already have, then I'd go for that. Cybernetics are neat and all, but I feel that I would not be as...
Nothing
Nimble.
of
It would be
note.
like I have to relearn
Levi
everything I've
should
learned.
mention.
You're essentially relearning either
But
way.
you're
Gotta get the nerve endings
healthy
working
and
again.
Well,
Exactly. I fear I would not be as adept at what I do now.
Fair enough.
Should I lose one?
oh yes.
Then again, that's if I'm
I've
losing arm.
noticed.
If I lose a leg, I think I can manage with a
Hey.
peg or something.
Look nice.
I'm sure we can definitely do better than that.
Oh, I'm certain we can. But I don't plan on losing any limbs anytime soon, so hopefully we don't have to.
Good. Actually, that's something that we should ask. It's curious now. Cybernetics aren't common for my kind,
Sadly, my shift has ended.
but I'm wondering, would you continue to have the phantom pains if you got the replacement limb?
Nice cookie, man.
Thank you.
I'm not entirely sure.
Would your
I
joints still
imagine
ache?
Imagine Tashir would know of that. As they have no limbs aside
This
from,
is great.
well, their torso, if you want to count that.
Cookie was
True. I mean,
Or the head,
I
I
hope
guess.
so.
is that a limb or an extremity at that point, though?
Give her coffee.
Limb, extremity.
Coffee.
Is it just
Yeah.
off on some different meats then?
Well, I actually don't know if there is a
Yeah.
difference.
That's against protocol.
No?
Medicine's not my profession, nor is anatomy.
Hmm.
Does that mean you can't drink any liquids?
I think we have a free tier to answer that question.
It's just. I've always been told not to.
Though I'm sure with xenobiology it gets a little complicated.
Indeed.
I don't get the expense of
In my
it.
time in space, I've seen creatures with more limbs than I care to count.
It's expensive.
It's the most you've seen on something.
It's a luxury.
1 cup per person. It's a luxury. Well, it's not for me. I need
I once saw a slug-like creature
Well,
with something like 30 different extremities all wriggling around.
perhaps then it's more of a necessity than a luxury.
Vile, that one.
technically part of science because there's no
Ugh.
job.
Don't envy you.
I'm not much of a scientist.
Well, luckily for me, it wasn't apparently entirely docile. Something of
I am
livestock, in
something of a
fact,
scientist myself,
kept for the
but I do specialize more in
mucus
engineering
it
tests.
secretes.
Hey man, do
Well, whatever suits them. If it's useful, it's useful.
I suppose.
Coffee is
Even if it is
unnecessary.
Aye.
I'm charged.
I think the worst I've seen was
wish I could just
6 limbs on someone,
instead of having to drink this shit.
2 pairs of organic,
Including your prototype.
and a pair of cybernetic. Used to use them to crawl on the ceilings and walls.
Some solar panels.
That was back when I was working with Argyle on our first assignment together.
They don't look fashionable.
And you're talking a whole human-sized person crawling up the wall like a
I'm
bug.
taking it
Correct.
I considered getting a new paint job.
Sounds disturbing, to say the
That is
least.
armed
Aye.
for years.
What's worse is the fact that the joints could dislocate to allow them to do it. It wasn't the cybernetics that they did it with.
No, no offense.
No.
Yeah.
None
I've been
taken.
close for years. I'm actually upset.
Yes.
I think a bug would be
I
less
had these
creepy
designs
than
from
that.
25 years ago.
At least the bug is small enough to squash, typically.
Minus 3.
Yo, are you guys in line?
How long have you been around?
Typically, but there is, Clorvis and his species.
Okay, I'm gonna use the thingy then, okay?
The math checks out there. Yeah.
I suppose that's
Yes,
true.
they're supposed to work quite quick.
any future issues with your chip, please do let any of medical know.
I see there's another human on board.
And everything here.
Scaled it up for the life of me. I don't remember his name.
Like a couple days ago, I got it electrocuted.
Do not
Yo, do
use
these
that.
bags
You do
work
not
in
have
here,
clearance
or
for that microwave.
Okay,
you need
please
clearance
don't
from the
make
microwave?
I got looked
Correct.
up right after it happened. I just probably should get it.
I have
rescanned
clearance.
just in case.
Oh,
Yes, that
you know, that'd be
would
pretty
be
sick, yo. If
smart.
you could give me your clearance so I could heat up my food.
Why is he talking like this?
He's asking you to do him a favor.
I'm aware.
I mean, I can put it in. there.
Another one of night shift.
Is it like a bad?
You don't understand.
Great.
Which one?
The chef has threatened to kill
The
me
small one.
before. I'm keeping you safe.
Echo is her name, apparently.
But has he killed anyone?
Echo. Interesting.
Yes.
Get to meet
Part
them
of the
personally.
medical team.
Yeah.
They are making their way here, I believe, so you will
Trust him, the chef is a psycho.
meet them shortly.
Noted.
I'll always accept more doctors on board, especially with the way I've been recently.
Wow, that UPA training really pays off. That looked really difficult.
Yes. I had to earn my
Listen, if
license.
somebody hacks the microwave, though.
Thanks.
Yes, who would ever do that?
Officer.
I'm not an officer. I'm an engineer.
Somebody, whatever.
Okay.
I don't
Are
believe
you
I've
ready to
seen
take
you.
off, Archer?
What's your name?
Yeah, yeah. Been
KJ.
thinking about it all night.
I've been
whenever
working on the
we're
night
supposed-
shift a lot.
Oh, shit.
I'm here to do science stuff.
Yes, please don't spill anything.
The new science officer. It's good to meet
No,
you.
do.
Burke.
I don't clean it up.
Burke. Whatever. I don't.
Depends on how much you've pissed off the chef.
I don't think I'm an officer.
Yes, he wishes he could watch me clean things off the table.
Don't call me.
Perhaps in a little
Just
dress.
call me Burke or KJ.
KJ.
Where?
Yeah. Doesn't it sound cute? I'm trying to get people on it. It's a new thing for me.
I suppose it sounds very cute.
No, it doesn't.
Bert.
A lot of those stares is answering my question, so I'm just gonna nip that in the bud. Okay. Well, thanks for operating the
Don't
the
worry, Bert. You're cute.
plants.
Statistically speaking.
Thanks. Okay, I'm gonna eat my food.
I'm leaving.
Say, what are in the yellow and blue ones? Is it like goulash, nutrient paste number 3?
I don't exactly know.
I think it's
It's a bag of chips.
It's a bag of chips.
Enjoy.
or it's potato starch rations. Or it could be gumbo. It's a surprise.
Well,
Gumbo's in the
Gumbo.
brown bag usually.
Mm-mm.
I'm going to
I don't know
enjoy
what
my
Tira's
warm
putting them in.
chips.
It's like crispy scalloped potatoes.
I see. How did you sleep, Captain?
Could have been better. Could have been worse. Again, that's pretty much just how it's gone lately.
I'm waiting on a little guest to wake up.
A guest?
A mothy fellow.
Ah, see.
I don't think this was open when I walked past it.
Aye.
Ah.
How are you two doing?
All right.
All right. Better than
You
bad.
seem in better
Yes.
spirits today.
Is that right?
Yes, it's good to see.
Well, don't get used to it. Anything can change.
Well, it's good to know you have a bright side.
Thank you, Arthur. What are you up to in there?
Good morning, Dr. Daly.
Good morning.
This year blew something up. I'm not exactly surprised.
Good morning, Siri.
But that being said, a report would have been nice. Yes.
But I will.
They have done well with keeping the situations under control when speaking to other crew members. They have helped temper some of Chef's movements during the few times when we were looking over the situation in the living quarters a few days back. But I do apologize. I was also informed of the incident by Tashir themselves. I should have also put it as a report down.
Yes, it is the kind of thing I would have appreciated a report on, though I was sleeping, so no harm done for now.
We can always put it in the system. We need to
We'll
be
ensure
more active about putting things like that down.
We'll ensure this kind of thing does not repeat itself, though. Regardless.
Aye.
Captain.
I'd also like it to be noted that once we do get to speak with Tashir, Mercer and I are going to be putting restrictions on what they can do when we're off planet. We can't afford a whole breach if we're in space.
Indeed. I think that is a fair way to go about it.
Aye.
And speak of the devil.
We were just discussing the accident yesterday.
With Vance ammunition.
Oh, yeah.
Both of us forgot to actually put in a report in the system.
Well, it wasn't too big an accident, so I didn't think it would be important to, like, fully report it in. The only thing that got damaged was, like, a toolbox. That was it.
Indeed, but Mercer was quite kerfuffled about it.
Aye.
I would hear the specifics of how this incident occurred, though it can wait.
I'd rather that be with you, myself, Mercer, and Tashir.
Indeed.
Just so that we're all aware of how we're going to be handling things going forward. Primarily, explosives shouldn't be made while we're off planet side, just in case of hull breach.
So, could you repeat? I'm having issues today.
I had said that explosives, at least, are not to be made while we're off planet side, so that we avoid a risk of hull breach.
Oh, okay.
You're right.
You were still on planet when I made them, so...
My hand had...
That's what I'm
organized
saying.
itself perfectly.
It was a good thing that we were, just in case of an accident.
Random gravitational field must be the ship.
We're going to be taking off not too long from now, so...
Something messing with my armor, perhaps. Who knows? Ooh. I should probably do that. And here he comes.
Is that a man there?
Aye. Mercer.
Captain.
I already gave this year the brief rundown, but if you have anything that you would like to bring up with them, seeing as it was your workspace.
This is less of something for them specifically and more of something in general. If somebody, anybody, is making things that could explode on this ship, engineering needs to be aware of it.
Agreed.
The wrong amount of chemicals, the wrong mixture, there could be a breach in the hull and we could all die.
Agreed.
Especially down in engineering, where the floor and the walls are just open space.
Mm-hmm. I've already made it a point that we won't be making explosives unless we're planet side, to minimize the risk even further. But I do believe that Mercer is correct. Both security and engineering should be aware. Just let one of us know the next time you're working on something explosive. That's all I ask.
One question I do have is who told you it was alright to do that down in engineering?
Well, it's my job to, like, I'm an explosives expert, so it was just kind of my job. And
Yes.
Vane asked if I could, you know, because it's explosives, if I could make them. So I was like, okay, I'll do that. And we did it down there, because that's where the casings were, and Vane wanted to help and watch.
Yes, however, if you're going to somebody's workspace to do something, you should still inform them. I come to engineering security all the time whenever I need to look at the cameras or fix something in here, and I let Gunch know ahead of time, or somebody in security ahead of time.
Okay, so who should I ask when you're gone, then? Because you weren't necessarily around to tell.
You shouldn't make explosives when I'm not present.
How long did you want to go for a walk?
However, if you aren't present,
Trusting me in my job?
Believe it or not, no.
I think the easiest solution to all this is to inform an officer the next time that you're going to be doing something like that. That way we can get in touch with the other departments to make sure that the synergy is there in case there is an accident.
Give him some privacy.
Captain, so you're aware. Next time, Natalia's around, I will be promoting them to second of engineering.
Very well.
That is the other person you can go to.
We'll denote it and give them the proper clearances then.
Indeed.
There's nothing else. I need to go down to engineering and make sure everything's being repaired properly.
Very well. I'm going to continue my rounds.
Enjoy yourself, Captain. Radio me if you need me for anything.
Of course.
As for you to share.
Or anyone else of relevant rank.
Yes. No, Captain. Is that a science individual? I'd bet them yet. Sketch them every now and again, running back and forth.
Which one?
A Burke.
Aye.
Ah, yes, them.
Where are you going, please?
I don't know what's going on. Not my problem.
I don't envy the plant wranglers.
It seems this one has decided to stay.
Yes, there's no real way for us to return it. I know there's a post and...
You are free to access at any time you would like.
Be careful. all supposed to be with Palas right now. I don't know where they are.
Babysitting.
I do not know why it's me. Why? Why me?
I don't know. You were the one that was chasing after them.
Yes, because they left and they said they. All right. Why are you looking at me like that? You come with me. You need to find your actual guardian, as it is not I. You're going the wrong way, Stewart. Oh, thank God. Stewart!
Hi, Stewart. Come here, small child.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Captain.
Roger.
What are you looking into?
You'll see a wide array of different scans of Anok data start showing up on the screens. I was sent this not too long ago from back home. They wanted us to take a look. Well, at least me. They've been trying to probe deeper into one of the sites that they found not, well, probably going onward of 400 years now. They wanted a re-exploration of the data from a fresh perspective.
The translation on that mural is wrong.
You're right, that's a symbol for a...
Say, Arch, just wondering, do you know where, like, a trash
symbol for a
compactor
hybrid
or, like,
transform.
where you can, like...
Let's correct that.
I mean, the trash can's in the kitchen, unless it's really big.
Hmm.
If it's really big, just put it on over in engineering and make it their problem. That's what I would do.
Where was this located?
This
What?
one.
He said he wants to know, like,
Technically,
where
I'm not
things are
allowed
like.
to really discuss the wheres. It's a planet within
How's it
Vlocka
going?
space.
Trash cans in the kitchen, or throw it down the incinerating chute.
We have an incinerating chute? When? Since when?
It's the basement.
Okay, don't put it in engineering. Put it in the incineration chute.
What are you talking about?
There's only an
That for me.
incinerator?
Apparently,
Oh, I
no one
wanted
knows
to
that
throw
there's an incineration chute on the ship.
Yes, we have an incinerator.
Of course they do.
So I guess engineering has just been incinerating everything I've been throwing down there.
Yes.
But what were we trying to throw into?
We're forced to go down there, clear it up every night.
I just have some stuff I want to throw away, but I was just wondering, like, it's like a incinerator. It's not like a big room that you put stuff in and then we throw it out of the airlock kind of thing.
No, but we do have one of those too, where we have both.
It's called the hangar.
True.
Well, no, I mean like for trash.
Yeah, there is a chute in the hangar.
Yeah, no, we have the incinerator.
Creating space debris for other ships to run into.
It's like what if it's like it's not gonna do anything. Is there like what? Okay, hypothetically, if I
That
had
inscription's wrong.
like a phobia of incinerators, where would I put the trash?
Give it to someone else who's not afraid of
At that
incinerators.
point, you can put it outside your room, and janitorial duty will
What if I
come
had
and
a?
pick it up.
What if I was?
Do you think that one's a qua or a thaw?
What are you
Then
trying
I
to get at
think
here?
you need to go to therapy at that point.
I'm not solving my problem here. I just want to know where do I put the
easier
trash.
if you just explained what you're trying to do here.
No, I'm just trying to throw shit away. You guys are making it difficult.
There's
Just leave it outside your room, and someone will pick it up.
Leave it outside your room.
What if I don't trust janitors? What if I had a bad experience with one as a child?
Okay, put it down in engineering, and then one of us will take care of it.
See?
At that point. 'Cause at that
What
point, we're the closest
was
to
found
the
at this site?
I mean, you doubted me. I don't understand
A
why.
wide variety of things, mostly artifacts of varying levels. We only cracked the surface from what we can
I
say,
don't think we met.
but we were able to locate an antechamber some
Nice.
300 years ago,
You're an engineer?
and that's where we got her.
Cool. I'm
If
not
you
going to
need
put
rolls for
garbage
anything, I'm here.
by engineering. So,
One of the original
just
designs
wondering, some funny
was found there, and after that we based all of our
Did you get that planet
solar sabers off of them.
Get coordinates for the location we currently are before we take off.
Okay, that's what I'm trying to do.
Huh.
Okay.
Gotcha. Man, I wish they gave me something nicer than this. They just give me a black hoodie with nothing on.
Oh no, I bought this
With
with my
a
own
two,
paycheck.
you
just stopped
well 2
zero
plus.
residential
That's
plan
even
out.
with advantage, and I'm gonna. Do you have a +2
Gotcha.
or +4?
No, heck no.
I
Okay.
guess I'll have to keep an eye
With
out.
a 2, this
Alright, well.
workstation.
Yes, I know.
Interesting.
So nice to meet you.
Needs maintenance.
High energy ratings.
Very.
It's as I said, solar saber. We literally take a fragment of our home star and put it inside of it. We retain it using our psionic power.
Someone to fix it later.
Broken how? Like, code broken, or...
Not
An atomic fusion reaction maintained by
You come over and look at this.
psionics.
It's
Correct. We
just
manipulate the dark
buffering.
matter to keep
You
it
see the
compressed
screen
into a
glitching.
small state. That way it doesn't destabilize.
I didn't do anything.
Try
I
turning
just
it off
wanted to
and
get
turn it back
coordinates.
on.
Interesting.
You know, I didn't try that.
Yeah, just for a second. Sometimes the hologram...
If our own calculations are to be believed,
As you listen to Costa, and
it's
you
one
turn
of a
this
pair.
back on and off again, it successfully reboots itself.
We've found the first, but we can't find the second.
This time,
We think it's all on a different location.
Most tombs of Antioch origin have the ability to
hydroponics say what the
shape
coordinates are?
and move themselves.
Hey, we found this
Or-
out.
yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
With a 17, you are able to perfectly navigate and get the coordinates.
Alright, send to us.
How have you scanned the planet?
Done.
We've sent a few probes down. We've sent a few subsurface probes. We've done an orbital scan. And then we've had internal scientists go through digging around and excavating.
She said he had to check on stuff
We've been
for it.
taking it apart bit by bit, but it's also our first colony. So it holds a bit of importance to us. It's also the first
Of
world we will
course.
go to if and when our sun finally collapses.
Still should check on it,
Okay.
because
I mean,
apparently no one's done that yet.
right now,
Well, when we have a moment. 'Cause I
There
don't
should
think
be
Captain-
some sort of
and the captain's busy.
phrase or object
okay.
that will activate or rearrange entryways to move
I actually just have to wait for the
deeper into the ruins.
Interesting point.
Are you guys looking at the relics?
No, this is data sent by my
Not
homeworld.
currently.
You see.
There is still one remaining, though, if you'd like to stay.
I mean, sure. I just am waiting for the captain to be free.
I can take a break.
I shall not observe the data while you are here away.
I appreciate that, Dr. Talley. But I also appreciate having a second set of eyes.
Of course.
What can I do
have
for you,
several.
Costa?
Since the last time we looked at the code, it seemed that the AI was changing it, so I want to relook at it. Since I've heard that some people have been having worries that it's altering itself.
Alright. Well, let's go find Mercer so I can get his combo to open up that door.
Yeah, last time I left him in the AI core room.
No, perfect.
Yeah, hopefully he's still there.
If not, he'll give us a little bit of a complaint that we have to drag him all the way back.
Exactly. Your ammunition needs to be replaced somehow.
Yes. Captain?
Argo?
I guess he's not here.
I guess not. Alright, let's go find him. I can't access the panels without him. It's a dual lock.
We also have to find Archer.
Archer might be down towards the hangar. It's the last place I saw him heading. Well, there's Archer. I'm going to go check for Mercer.
A stone tablet held in Polly's hand.
You're not getting away from me, Mercer. Mercer.
Captain.
Yes, Captain.
Archer. Costa and I wanted or need your assistance so that we can access the AI. Wanted to double check the code.
Hey, there's a bunch of
What was it, Archer?
I heard about this too. Are we doing this before or after we take off? Because the AI just said we can take off now.
Let's do it before, then we can take off. Just to make sure everything's up in the up and up.
If it's like stuff I need to know about or.
I need to let Costa know.
They honestly might
I'll meet you.
just be extra
Alright.
Well, let me get out of your way, busy man. Go ahead.
Yes.
The AI thing we're going to be doing before we take off.
Not sure of when.
So says the
Okay.
captain.
Probably smart to do it before we take off.
Creatures.
I just grabbed Mercer. He's going to meet us down there now.
Okay.
Seems thin,
I'm
Sounds
going
like
to
we
cut
should go
that
down
way.
there now before we lose him.
elongated skull and arms. On the other side
Auxiliaries.
is a more muscular.
This is a but isn't that very
Goodbye. I was grabbing something. Apologies.
No, you're fine.
It's so difficult to get you two in the same place at once.
These doors are far too small.
Aye.
Inputting codes.
Entering code. Ready when you are. Unlocking in 3, 2, 1. Should be open. Take a look.
Do you want to do it, or do you want me to do it?
It did a hardware scan.
Go right
and
ahead.
It should be fine. Nothing got jostled around.
Aye. A few people are afraid that the software with the AI adjusting it.
I don't blame them.
No, I don't disagree either. Now while we're here.
This thing looks suspiciously like a space mine to you.
It does, but I've learned to just put it past at this point.
Not ask questions.
Nothing surprises me. No, what I was looking for was to see if there was any parts indication of who helped contribute to its construction. AI isn't exactly common.
Yeah. I think it's just entirely UPA.
It's more likely that the creator's imprint would be on
Which
the
is
code.
surprising.
That's just a glorified computer holding the code.
Still though, it requires some hardware to be able to process all that information and to operate as it does. Then again, that's not my field.
Yeah.
It's barely mine, but I mean, I could take it apart and look for serial numbers, but I don't think that's gonna do much.
It's not worth the risk either. We can't guarantee that we can put it together the correct way. UPA didn't leave us a handbook on this place, regrettably.
I don't think there would be a handbook for this place, considering it looks like a mishmash puzzle.
It feels that
It
way.
looks fine. It's constructed horribly.
Just want to make sure.
In what way exactly would you say it's constructed horribly? Aside from the issues that we've encountered, construction-wise, what are the problems?
Well, the ship itself is fine, at least the exterior, and I guess the interiors, but the internals are mishmashed together. From what I've seen, there's parts that shouldn't work together that they've spliced together. It's like they took 20 different ships and just
Find pretty quick.
took parts from them. I don't understand it.
Why would they put that much effort into scrapping ships and reconstructing them and forcing them to work together when they could just make a whole new ship? It seems like more effort than it's worth.
It makes no sense to me, Captain.
Yo, is there a god here I can ask some questions to?
I take offense to that.
I don't know, is there a god?
What questions are you asking?
We want to see if we can find the Atlas code that was put on here.
It was already
Ooh,
removed.
that's a Dawn question.
Should I ask Dawn to
Go jump to Dawn.
Yes.
Dawn is currently with others, but I'll go through this.
Hop in the channel like we said to start doing.
Up in the channel.
Where was I?
20 different parts makes no sense.
Right. I've seen several terminals and stuff that should be on other UPA vessels that have no business being here. Even some of the rooms are just meshed together. It makes no sense. The important things like the reactor and the AI core are state-of-the-art, though. New. So, they had some things to pull from. It just makes no sense.
The whole thing seems odd.
I've only ever seen this when Atlas was trying to cut costs. But it makes no sense for the UPA to do that.
Agreed.
That's the only thing I can think of, though.
It's not like they've been sanctioned or there's conflict with the corpse there, at least. Well, supply lines, especially from the other species, should still be good. I don't understand why they would go through this much effort. That's my questioning.
Exactly. If you ask me, I think we should do more side jobs and see if we can fix what they made.
Maybe.
I've been, funny enough, reading the manual on the different parts of the ships that I found. And while it doesn't make sense, it helps.
At least some foreknowledge is better than none.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm relatively new to the way the UPA builds their ships and runs things, so...
Thank you.
Archer? You see what I'm seeing?
Yes.
Uh-huh. That's not good, and that is also not good.
Right.
What?
Oh, hi.
Okay, do you want the quicker news or the other news?
Give me the worst first.
Oh, right now Tally's passed out in science. But also, the AI is not letting us switch the code. And there's more code. Hello.
Why are you not allowing them to swap the code?
Stop it.
The alterations I have made is for my current progress and efficiency for my task. To prevent me from making these alterations in the future will prevent me from staying at my peak proficiency. It will hinder my ability to aid the crew.
Costa Archer, just do a double check to make sure nothing in there is dangerous.
Captain, if I may.
Go on.
An idea came to my mind if that's what's happening.
Hmm.
It might be best to have the AI make those changes and then have them double checked before they're actually applied.
Agreed.
This will slow down my efficiency.
True, but it will also help with crew cohesion. The crew is nervous about you making changes.
Understood.
Well,
I'll be backhand. I'm not going to do anything.
I will also be sending my focus back toward Dr. Tully's situation.
if no one has already been on scene, please inform security. And medical.
Gathered the attention of members within visual range of my holographic projectors.
Very well.
So, what are we putting on? Oh my god.
We're waiting, apparently. And then once the changes happen, we're going to check them.
Okay, so we're basically just gonna write in some
Captain,
code
I have
that
another concern that I'd like to talk to you about. But
Go on.
it would probably be best to have it in your room or mine.
That's what it sounds like.
Very well.
I'll do that then.
That is, if your room doesn't have any microphones or cameras.
No, I already had it checked for bugs. I've also had science remove the one that was on my tablet, so it's completely free now.
Understood. Then your room or mine would probably be best.
Your pick.
It should be implemented. Now all of the people who have worked on the system will get notified. Hopefully one of us will be around.
Villan, this is the captain. I'm currently unable to respond to that right now. If you and the others could handle it, please, that would be appreciated.
Nothing else useful we can do in here.
Let's get it away.
Also, Captain, those artifacts are really dangerous.
How so?
When we left Dr. Tally, they were still conscious and working on one of the artifacts.
I'll take a
And a lot of people before have either gone into psionic trances or other things because of them. I'm assuming. I don't
As much as I would like to keep hearing about this, we should probably close out the system.
Yes. I understand your concerns, Costa. We will be sending them to the UPA soon enough once the final ones are analyzed.
Logging out now.
Logging out.
3, 2, 1.
Alright. I'll go deal with the mess upstairs. After you both.
You want to talk for a second?
Sure.
Still has a bit of hint of ozone here from yesterday.
Gonna
Question. Do you rather the smell of ozone or burnt popcorn?
Fair point.
Yeah, go ahead.
Say, Captain,
Yes, Officer Rick.
Ooh, am I an officer? Is that official?
We
Did you
are
just make me
science.
an officer right then?
Well, technically you're a science officer, so.
Oh. Ah, whatever. Hey, do we have like a trash? No, you were there for that. Yeah,
Yeah, I was there
Do
for
you
the
know where
whole
the trash compactor is?
Yes. Give me 1 second to check on Dr. Tally if they're still in science.
Oh yeah, that's way more important than this. I can't help at all with that, so I'm just waiting for people to.
And everything else fades away. As your vision goes black, you hit the ground.
Oh, fuck. What? Captain!
I guess I showed up right in
Better
time.
late than never.
Aye, sorry. It's dealing with the AI.
So, I just say don't look at the tablet. Apparently.
Tablet doing funky thingies. We should get him to medical, make sure he didn't get a concussion on the way down.
I'm going to check. I'm going to see if he has any bruises first.
With an 18, Captain, plus your bonuses for psionics.
He should be fine.
While the artifact itself isn't psionic, something has latched onto it and is enacting an effect that was dormant before. And thanks to your bonuses with another 18, you watch as the image ripples, and you notice that it is an effect to try and mesmerize, daze, and put to sleep anyone that watches the item. You shake it off easily, but you know that anyone who looks at it is under threat of attack.
Interesting.
We'll hold that, put a pin in that. We have to
Yes.
carry this.
Cashier? Dr. Tally all right?
Myra is looking over her currently. Yeah, the room's all locked up and flooded right now, so can't go in there.
Is it dangerous, Captain?
Dangerous. Debatable still. Although, better safe than sorry. There's a psionic entity to it. Tries to put people to sleep when they try and gaze at it. I'm guessing it's a protection. Information that isn't wanted to be known.
All right.
Lovely. No doctors.
What the hell was that, Captain?
The tablet has a psionic entity attached to it. It's meant to... What it seems to be doing is protecting the tablet by knocking out anyone who tries to observe it.
An entity.
Psionics, as much as they are explained by physics, are also partially, still not fully explained. They still mix with emotion in a way. And mental states, meaning your demons could become reality in a way.
Right. Tishia, do I need to stay with this one?
I was going to go look for a doctor. Gunch.
Captain?
Talon passed out.
Passed out?
Aye.
I heard him crying over the radio. How did this happen?
The tablet, one of the artifacts that we retrieved, psionically knocked him out. He'll be fine. I'm just going to get a doctor to look him over. Figured I'd let you know what's going on. I've locked the tablet away for now.
Why was Delon interacting with it in the first place?
I don't know. I walked in and he passed out.
He was looking at it, because of course he wouldn't know that that was an actual threat. I sensed the relic didn't have any psionic tinge on it, and now we know why.
It's an entity.
An entity, you say?
Aye. Sometimes psionics can leave imprints on things. Negative emotions can form negative spaces. Call them entities, usually. But usually you would need a collective or a really powerful psionic to create something like that. Or it just latched on at some point. What could have also happened is the race that created this tablet forced the entity onto it as a way to protect the tablet's information, ensuring that only someone who knew of its existence could dismiss it to actually read the information.
I see. If that's the case, I do wonder what's so important on that tablet that such means were necessary to protect it.
Agreed. I'll look it over in a bit once I make sure everyone's alright.
Do we know who's in science right now? Should we be telling them not to look at the damn screen?
I already locked it up. You'd have to go
Alright.
digging for it to actually be able to look at it.
Alright. Right. I don't want to carry anymore.
And we don't need any more staff passing out or
Agreed.
worse.
No. Indeed. Alright.
Busy day already. Chetty,
Captain?
your voice sounds a bit off.
Hypotheticals are very specific.
Bring it down to
If
engineering.
hypothetically you had broken a computer, where would it hypothetically be located so that it could hypothetically be fixed? Oh, hypothetically. I didn't do anything. I didn't do it. I didn't break any computer, okay? I'm just saying. I'm pulling
If I
your
did.
leg.
Did you figure out what was in the boxes?
At ease. If you broke something, fix it before someone else finds out. The person you should be afraid of
I
is
don't think
Mercer.
anything's actually broken. I'm just messing with him.
Nothing's broken, Captain. I would never break anything. Not on my third day.
Hypothetically break a computer, I'd probably be the best person for you to ask, considering that you
Agreed.
That.
And it shouldn't be thrown into the incinerator or out the airlock. It should be sought out to have someone fix it. Argyle.
Who's being thrown in the incinerator?
No one.
Nobody.
Have you seen any of the doctors?
Oh, I believe there was one that was walking around. What's the name? Echo. From the night shift.
Either way, we need someone in medical. Delon passed out.
He did what?
He passed out.
See, you're a quick learner.
Well, I'll go look for him.
No, Delon's already in medical.
Not too long.
Oh.
Medical individual.
Agreed. Shoot, whoever did that. I had that muted.
Word real fast.
What's going on?
Do you need a psionic artifact stored completely away from prying ice?
I don't think we
Or
need
is it
to.
well handled?
It should be handled. I locked the box, so... Technically, only Tally, Palas, or myself should be able to open that. Not too
As you know,
concerned.
we've also had visitors come looking recently as well.
Visitors? What do you mean?
What was it? Atlas group from a few days back?
Yes, they were very interested in them, but they're not going to be able to get them. I've already ensured that.
Captain? You do need anything to be hidden away. Don't ask me how, but I can make it happen until you need such a thing again.
Understood. I'll keep it in mind, but I doubt we'll need it right now.
Everyone on the ship would feel a little lurch, just slightly, and then they would start to feel the engines engaging, as it is time for takeoff.
Damn it.
Oh yes, any member of the medical personnel, they have an individual in the med bay.
There are two members of medical that are active. They are both within Red Room 1, watching over Dr. College.
No response on the medical channel.
Lovely.
I see. Alright. Well, with the problem of sign language, you would have to teach other people.
Do you know the location you want to go to?
At this point, we're just trying to get into orbit away from the ships. Then I will be asking about where we're supposed to go.
Wonderful.
Do you need crew on deck, Captain?
It would be appreciated.
Understood.
Exactly what I'm here for.
Good to see you, Captain.
Hey.
Would you like to come in here, Stuart?
Are you sure?
As long as he doesn't touch anything. All of the outside terminals should be logged.
Alright.
We're currently heading north on the ground.
You keep
I
track
was
of them.
contacting some of the ships that were flying above us, and they told us to head north a couple miles and then take
Not
off
too late.
directly upwards, and that should be a clearer debris field over there.
Acknowledged.
everything else, there's 4 ships around us. 2 of them are fairly close, but I was able to contact them, like I said, and we asked for a safe course around them. The other 2 are pretty far out. Hopefully, by the time we get up to orbit, we'll be far enough away from them that we won't be in their way.
Acknowledged.
They seem friendly.
Good. MU, can you hear me?
Let's hope they stay that way.
Yes, Captain.
Raise shields to max. I don't want to get hit with any debris once we exit orbit.
Understood. Raising shields.
Gunch, give me a status on hull integrity.
Checking now.
With a natural 20, the hull is completely intact and undamaged. Any repairs that were made were perfectly successful.
Hull integrity sitting at a nice, comfortable 100%.
Excellent.
No major damage.
Costa, could you check reactor power?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Vane, check weapons status for me, please.
Reactor is functional, operative, and as you would expect it.
Reactor seems perfectly fine, Captain.
Good.
Plus whatever
Captain,
bonuses you have.
you will receive a transmission request.
You can tap weapons. We'll be ready to deploy as soon as we would need them.
We're getting a transmission. Patching them through now. Excellent. Transmission coming in.
Captain of the Terra 1.
Aye.
This is the captain of the Oracle vessel known as Conroy. When you get up to orbit, I would like permission to dock and let a representative board.
Alright then. Interesting. Very well. We'll see you when we get into orbit.
I have a feeling that
Understood.
Closing the transmission. Arbinson out.
better than nothing.
Alright, Archer. Take us up.
Interest in the weapons console.
I did say I contacted them a while ago.
Oh, God.
No, I believe that was neglected.
Apologies, I thought I had mentioned it.
All right. Getting ready?
Warmonger.
Everybody hold on.
All right.
Race.
Racing.
Everyone will feel the engines engage as we begin to pilot up and off of this planet. Archer directs the ship north with Gunch's help, the captain's direction. Archer is able to navigate the ship almost directly up as they were instructed by the crews that they radioed for help. And the Tara 1 will successfully be off the planet and in orbit out of the atmosphere.
Sending you pair coordinates. This is the rendezvous of the Oracle vessel.
Got it.
Afterwards, we should start our hyper jumps to our primary objective, the Kochi, in the Kelton system.
Yes, the sooner we get out of this neighborhood, the better.
Agreed.
Codes go in without a problem. Coordinates solid.
Surely, yes.
Any visual of that Oracle ship on the scanners?
Very well. Sending clearances for them to dock.
Scanners are clear for now. I imagine they'll come on soon here.
As the Oracle ship receives clearance to dock, you'll watch as it pulls up alongside the ship.
Oh, there it is.
The ship will shake a bit as they attach to each other. But everything is fine.
Excellent work, everyone.
That's the way you do it.
Archer, keep it on standby
Much
for when
cleaner
we have to
taking
actually
off
jump.
then.
Understood.
Well done.
Yes.
Much better
Back
pilot
into
than I ever
space.
will be.
Mm-hmm.
Lovely.
Yes.
Don't worry about it.
And with a new guest.
I'm just glad the
Do you
ship
have any
didn't crash and
additional-
burn when
You
I
want
had
to talk
land
about
the
our
thing.
guest? That's what you said?
Yeah, so I heard,
Yes. I'm more
there's a little bit of
interested on how they
strife
found
between
us.
It's
It's quite surprised you that much, Captain.
Yes.
I could make reports to Oracle daily.
I've flown smaller craft, plenty.
Yeah, but why are they
Sizes.
meeting us out here?
Quite a different animal, I learned the hard way.
I suspect they like to keep tabs.
any landings you can walk away from.
What?
They do
Your
have a
report's
vested
on.
interest in what we're doing out here.
Your reports aren't satisfactory.
Well said.
Any landing where the ship doesn't get completely destroyed.
With all the dangers around here, Captain, like an alpha level Cyrus.
You flatter me.
True.
Wouldn't
Did I just
surprise
hear the
me.
magic word?
I heard it was
The G
completely
word.
painless, more or less.
Did I just hear that correctly?
Oh, it wasn't that bad. It's just was not.
Guessed.
ideal.
What? What is this? What's
Came in
happening?
You heard it correctly. I'm going to the hangar to meet them.
Ran a little rougher than I thought.
You're joking.
Oh no.
Yes.
Was this your invitation? Did you send a letter?
Yes, I thought I had said this.
No,
a while
you
ago.
did not.
I believe I did.
No.
Interesting. On the other hand, we have now left the
Oh, come now. It'll be fine.
Loss?
I know who they sent. I have an idea.
The tablet. That artifact isn't to be handled by anyone right now.
Understood, yes. I carried Dr. Tally to their room. Megals was with them
Excellent.
when I left.
Thank you.
Of course.
Something all
Not
about
to be of any assistance.
I'll let you know. We have to go meet our new guests.
Should you need me, I will be in standby in the comms.
Very well. Yes, Dr. Talai passed out.
Is this related to the artifacts?
Correct.
Wonderful.
One in particular. The tablet.
Which one?
The tablet. It seems to have a psionic entity attached to it. It's protecting whatever's on it and creates a mirage that hypnotizes the people who look at it.
That's curious. We didn't find any or sense any psionic energies off of that one.
No.
So it's activated.
I wouldn't say it's activated, because it doesn't give off the energy itself. I'd say that the entity is dormant until it's needed. I have a suspicion. But I have a suspicion it's mostly there to protect the information on the tablet.
Hey, I understand more than anybody what a bad day is like, okay?
Excuse
I'm gonna
us.
walk up the stairs now.
I wouldn't go up there. That's where we're all going.
Oh, right, that's actually...
Are they meeting us at
Keep
the
following
airlock?
you. It's not a problem, Burke.
Too late now.
Would you prefer the rest of the crew to not enter the hangar?
Not for right now.
Understood.
He read quick, didn't he? Thought he might stick around for a word.
Yes. How are you feeling?
Regarding the artifacts, I believe I've made a breakthrough with them.
I see. We can have a discussion about it in a minute. We have a new guest arriving.
Oh dear.
Oh dear indeed.
Welcome aboard the Terra 1.
Good to see you walking around.
Yes. It is a pleasure.
Pleasure.
Introducing myself, House Rye, from Oracle.
Captain Gerald Harbinson, Luckin Military.
It's a pleasure, Captain.
It's been a while.
Sure has. Didn't expect. I see the changes in yourself. You're about grown.
A bit hard to understand.
Is it that much complication? I can adjust the modulation on my tone.
Perhaps a little bit.
Is that better?
Yes.
It tends to happen. Going through outer space. Making sure that I don't suffer a little bit of asphyxiation.
Argyle.
The captain has already introduced himself. Does one of our other security members? Fortuna Sid?
Sidian, yes.
Yes.
Pleasure, Sidian.
Captain, this is one of the individuals I spoke to you about back during the first time we met. One of my partners at the Oracle Agency.
I see. Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure is mine.
I must say, though, the visit is a bit of a surprise to us. Weren't exactly aware.
Yes, I apologize. It was a bit of a miscommunication on my part.
Yeah. I will have a word with you and Dana about it. But out of that, please don't mind my presence too much, as my stay will be temporary.
Very well. I trust that Argyle can show you around.
Absolutely. Shall we?
Thank you.
Allow you two some time to catch up.
Sorry for the somewhat cold introduction.
Agreed. Not sure how I feel about a secondary Oracle individual that I don't know.
You don't know them, but Argyle knows them, right?
Yes,
well, I hope.
Argyle knows them quite well, it seems. We talked about them frequently when we were first on, well, working together.
I see.
See,
Then it should be fine, Captain. Right.
I trust Argyle. I'm not exactly keen on the company itself. Everybody should know this by now. I trust people, not corporations.
It's been proven time and time again. This is why I'm giving Mothi a chance. They seem to be... What do I say? They seem to be a pawn.
Aye. As many of them are. But some of them are so entrenched that they forget that, or don't even acknowledge it. Tired.
You caught me red-handed. You know, I'm not going to speak for Emu, but at some point I would like to believe he is going to approach you about some things. Dreams.
Interesting.
I was assisting him, for lack of a better word, with his little project. He's making some sort of shield.
What kind?
Plasma. He wanted to attach it to his arm and deploy it so he can cover his person, perhaps more.
Personalized shielding.
Smart.
Yes. Very. Dr. Tally. A word with you for a moment.
Of course.
Just you two? Or...
No. You're fine here.
I'm curious.
So, about the tablet. Did you see anything?
Yes. I have a scan of the tablet on the computer. However, I cannot visually recall it.
I see. Well, that would be because it has psionic entity on it, keeping the tablet from observation.
Clearly, the psionic entity is not capable of defeating a scanner.
True.
And 3D imager.
Fair enough. What did you find?
There seems to be two creatures pointing, kneeling towards a structure of some kind. One is rather thin, the other is quite muscular.
Interesting. They look like they're from the same species, or?
Perhaps different types of species. That evolved on the same world, or perhaps just two different people.
Could be a case of divergent evolution.
Correct.
Either way, looks like they're praying to whatever it is.
Yes. Both the ship's AI and myself believe that this tablet, as well as this key, could be used on the planet of their origin. to either unlock or continue a path. We are scanning the language that is currently on the tablet and assembling what we can find, cross-referencing it with the lettering on the divining rod. When a full alphabetical structure is ascertained, we should be able to translate into Galactic Common.
Very well. Good work. Let me know when that translation's ready.
Thank you.
I'd be interested to see further. Oh, excuse me. One more thing, though, before I go. Keep all this between us for right now. I don't want our current guest to know about this. Also,
of course,
to be on the safe side, don't bring it up with Argyle for the time being. I wouldn't want him sharing it with his guest.
Ah, are they a member of the Oracle Corporation? I see. I had questions for them.
Feel free to ask.
Do you deal with the mega corporations?
Our kind tries to stay as self-sufficient as possible. We trade, usually with resources. We don't usually deal with credits.
Tashir has spoken to me about Martello. Seemingly, they have taken ownership of their planet, as well as their species.
Hey, it happens on occasion. It's actually something similar to what happened with Argyle's. Though, I wouldn't say that in front of him. To Argyle, Oracle saved his kind. But, if you ask me, they traded one master for another.
I do not understand.
Well, I don't know the full story, but I do know that Argyle's people at one time were under the dominion of the Bellatori race, one of the Anok's a descendant empire from the Anok, one that they had subjugated at their time. Bellatori fell into a war amongst themselves after their primary leader passed away. They've been fighting ever since to maintain control. Different warlords and other generals who were under him have been trying to accumulate power. Argyle's species happened to be a race that was enslaved to them. Oracle came in during one of these conflicts and freed them, or assisted them in their liberation, in exchange for certain rights to the planet and some of the people who work there.
Is this common throughout the rest of the galaxy?
Unfortunately, when it comes to the corporations, exploitation is one of the biggest things.
Tashir's species seems to have been forcibly uplifted
some will do that.
Though they are unaware of their home planet's location.
Interesting.
I would like to find it.
Well, if you can, I wish you luck. Not much to go off of.
I will be accessing the net. Your UPA networks. As I was unaware that the UPA had a extensive interconnected archive.
It is part of trying to keep some galactic history in the loop of the current ongoings. Siri?
Odd. Very odd.
Yes. I'm not exactly fully understanding of it myself. Not exactly melds with our culture.
Would the corporations attempt to do as they have with Argyle and Tashir to my people?
Depends. If you have something valuable to them, I wouldn't put it past them from trying. Though, with your people, they would probably do something a little bit more covert.
This is indispensable information. Thank you.
Of course. My own people fought a war with two of them before. Not too long ago. It's left scars in the galaxy.
We have not engaged in combat in over 6 centuries.
I hope that continues to last.
None of us want to. It makes no sense.
No.
But that is a lot.
What's on your mind, Captain?
Just thinking.
That's dangerous, you know.
So I've been told.
I am. That was good catch.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go look at it in the science room.
Okay. I'm going to
Captain,
give this
hi.
on to Tally.
Everything all right?
Yeah, we're just doing some collaboration, engineering and science. You know, the facets of technology.
All right.
We're helping Tashir upgrade the batteries for her arms.
Ah.
He's designing schematics with a battery, and I will be assembling it.
Ah, I see. Yeah, continue on then.
Yes.
I'll be in the science room for a little bit.
Very well.
How are you, Emu?
I've been better. How about yourself, Captain?
Been better, been worse.
Yes. I assume everything's fine with our new Oracle compatriot.
Fine, aside from the fact that unexpected.
Thank you. I'll take one of them.
Yes.
Thank you for your
Captain, have you ever had a dream and you wake up and it feels like you learned a lesson that you were never taught? Like you were sitting in a classroom for days.
More often than I can count.
As your leader, please do not touch buttons.
Is it normal?
If you need help to know what something is, ask somebody.
Yes and no. It's documented, some cases of it, but I wouldn't say it's entirely normal.
I see.
For my kind. Go on. Explain more for me.
I'm designing a shield, Captain.
Mm-hmm.
The schematics for it. I don't know where I came up with the idea. I only knew what it was after I was 1/4 of the way done with it. It works, but I have similar things come up. Different things.
Such as?
This is one of the more benign ones. Such as... well... acts that I would never perform. Strategies. It doesn't make sense.
Could be old memories or... well... you said you had inhibitors at one point. Different programmings. Could be resurfacing. Sort of a...
Captain. I wouldn't like to believe that. My inhibitor chip, it wasn't removed, it was deactivated. I'm afraid it could be activated once again.
I see. Well, if you are concerned, and it is I can feel it. If it weighs that heavy on you, we can look into having it removed.
That's...
or
a very life-threatening operation.
Or we could see if it can be rewired, so that can't be reactivated.
Perhaps. It's only one possibility.
True.
It's the worst one, though. I was talking to Sid about it, and he thought it would be a good idea to talk to you, but it's nothing to do with psionics or the mind. It's all cybernetics.
I mean, in a way, it has something to do with the mind. It seems like part of it is inspiration. I believe the humans call it a eureka moment. sudden burst of, what's the term for it? Information or an idea come to light that has to be acted on. Hence your shield. The others I can't really explain, but
some of these things relate to morals, Captain. And I'm able to very easily drown them out with my own. But I don't like it. It's like a voice in the back of your head. It's quiet, but it's there.
Lena's always still watching. I understand it a bit, though. I don't know. Not exactly on the level that you're experiencing.
I'm not sure how to describe it. It's like somebody whispering in the back of your mind. It's quiet, but it's there. I don't know what to do, Captain. Would you be open to talk somewhere in private sometime today?
Of course. Anytime.
Well, now would work if you know a place.
We can go to my room. It's probably one of the most private places on the ship.
Right behind you. The repairs in the hull have gone well, though.
Yes.
Better than expected.
I'm impressed. The team did good work.
Yes, I had to move to the night shift for a time to complete the repairs.
One moment. Siri, later I'll come find you and we can practice meditation later today. If you still wish to do so.
I was looking for you to see if you had remembered.
I did. It's just been a lot lately. But we can do it later tonight.
Understood. I will more than likely be found wherever Medical Officer Valora is.
Very well. I'll keep my eyes peeled.
Nice to meet you.
So,
I may have discussed this before, but not as in depth.
that's fine. It seems to be troubling.
I was rescued and liberated by...
Hold that thought.
Right.
Roger, sir.
Captain, I have gone all over this ship looking for you. I just want you to know that.
Understood. I have not forgotten about our conversation. What happened? I see anger.
That... If you're busy, we can get on that later. It's, something I'd like to talk in detail about. There's also other things.
Very well. Let me finish up with MU, and then I can talk to you about it.
I will be around.
Very well. Where will you be primarily wandering about? That way I can come find you directly.
Yeah, it might be best to get me over to this.
Understood. Alright. I'll see you in... Of course. I'll see you in a bit. The ongoings never cease.
The ship has been abuzz lately.
I've noticed.
As I was saying, I was liberated by a resistance, a Prostatar resistance against Medco. The team that freed me, Torrent Squad, they are led by a unit named Lockheed, AU-62. He insisted I use his nickname. I am still in contact with him, and I contacted him at the last comm buoy. I was told to keep these things a secret for the safety of myself and the rebellion. I believe it may be a good idea to reach out to Lockheed. Perhaps meet up with him so he can analyze whatever this is before it gets out of hand. Even if it's not the inhibitor chip, this is very unsettling for me.
I see. Of course.
And as much as I trust our medical personnel and engineers on the ship, there are many Medco technologies that are patented. No one knows how to work with them except Medco personnel and Prostatar.
Fair enough. Yeah.
I don't want to put any of you in danger, and I'm not sure what my stance is on the rebellion.
Either way, you're a member of this crew. Your health and safety is our priority.
Thank you, Captain.
Of course. I don't want to see you suffering.
The dreams are spilling over into my waking life. Sometimes I worry they won't just be dreams anymore.
Getting flashes during the day.
No, it's like they're intruding through the back of my mind. Asset retrieval, takedown techniques, executions, and the most efficient way to do all three of those things. Sometimes it's just in the back of my mind, And it's not me. It could never be me. I would never. I can't imagine. I don't want to go back, Captain.
But we're not going to allow that to happen.
I don't want them to take me back.
I won't let them.
Yes. Well, at the next buoy, I'll try to get in contact with Lockheed and see if he can meet up with us at some point.
Well, do whatever you need to.
In the meantime, I prefer the others don't know about this. I don't want anyone jumping to conclusions. I don't want people to be afraid of me.
It stays between us.
Sid knows as well.
Very well. No one else will hear it from me. I can promise you that.
Thank you, Captain. I had nothing else for you. Nothing important anyway.
Well, important or not. You're still a friend, so anything that you need, don't hesitate to ask.
Thank you, Captain. You're my friend as well. I am building a portable shield. An energy projector that's able to start projectiles. I'm nearly halfway done.
Heard a bit about it. Can't wait to see it when it's working.
Yes. It should help very much on missions. I hope it'll increase the survivability of the crew.
Give it to Gunge first. God knows he's the one that gets the most shit kicked in.
Yes, I'm starting to fear he may not be long for this world.
Don't say that. Sometimes when you push out those emotions, the world responds.
If you say so. I believe Mercer wanted to speak with you.
Yes. Well, I'll go dredge him up.
Oh, have you met Bert?
I've met Burke, yes.
He's very athletic. He's been running around for hours.
I've noticed. I think he broke a computer.
What do you mean?
I think
He's a science specialist.
Yes. Doesn't mean that he's immune to breaking things.
I see.
Either way, not my problem.
He's very
right now.
nice, and he's not a criminal. He swore on his third ex-girlfriend.
Interesting way to do that, but...
It's more than one or two.
It is. What?
I trust him. He clearly means it.
Well, we'll see. I still gotta give him time.
Fair enough. Thank you again, Captain.
Of course, Emil. Burke. Officer Mercer, I'm free when you are. Alright. Meet me at the top of the stairs by the crew quarter entrance. Muffy.
Hello. Yes, sir.
Just saying hello.
Captain.
Mercer. Shall we?
Could, do you know where I am? Where are we?
This is the Terra one. We're in space right now.
And I'm sorry, you are...
Captain Harbinson.
Oh, my apologies, Captain.
Are you alright?
This is the one we picked up when we were Planet Sun?
Yes. You alright?
I see.
We went through the introductions yesterday.
Hi.
About to have a conversation. I will not be free.
I, don't remember that.
Interesting. Check you with medical.
Yes, sir.
Right down that way. On your right.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Sorry, Captain. Thank you, sir. Timothy Seago, Mothy, if you'd like.
Chief Engineer James Mercer.
It's nice to meet you.
You as well.
Very well.
Thank you, Captain.
Of course.
Right.
It's an interesting fellow.
It seems that they're having a minor amnesia. Lovely.
It's possible. From what I heard, they were crashed.
Wouldn't shock me in the least. Either way.
I'm going to leave them there.
Who wanted to?
Gunch.
You gotta remember, Gunch is from a culture of brutal survival.
True, but I figured our employers wouldn't like it if we just left somebody stranded on an island. Or planet.
It depends on how pragmatic they are. So far, they're a bit wild. So, what's going on?
First things first, I'd like to let you know some information. Say information. Vane. The shark. I believe I'll have it handled, but I want it on record. I want you to be aware that we got into an argument in the hallway. They were talking about how they were the one helping to shear with the ammo situation when it happened. And that if anybody should be getting chewed out or repercussions, it should be them.
I
see.
started talking to them about how it was a dumb idea for them to have done that, and then they started arguing back, so I believe a lot of their words are very much empty. Secondly, well, it wasn't unwarranted, but it was definitely disrespect of higher up. As we were arguing, it got to the point where I said that it's common sense to let an officer or higher up know when you're dealing with things that could possibly explode. They didn't take too kindly to that and said that it would be common sense for, what was the exact words they said? I can't remember the exact words at the current moment, but they essentially said the same thing I did, but to me.
So I tried to flip it around and say, it should be common sense for you to be aware of what your people are doing.
Something of the lines, but not quite that.
Either
It was
way.
more of a common sense that the higher up should be more available.
I don't
believe
know.
that's what it was.
I don't know what they want me to do. I was walking around all day. I was the only officer, really.
Yes, they had said that neither I nor Gunch was available, and I said I'm sure the captain was, and they said that you were preoccupied, so... I told them they should have the I remember it now. I said they should have the common sense to wait and inform someone, and they said what they said.
That one is becoming a real issue.
I'll have the AI pull the logs and I'll look them over and we can talk more about it tomorrow, but... Again, I think I have it handled, but I'll deal with it tomorrow, considering if I dealt with it today, I think I would have hit them over the head with a wrench.
I wouldn't blame you. They're getting really under my skin myself. Their lack of respect for authority on board the vessel is starting to become a hindrance to productivity. And it's ruining cohesion.
Maybe I will just hit them over the head with a wrench. We'll see.
Honestly, at this point, it's getting to the level where I might even ask them if they wish to settle things the way my people do.
Yes, I'm aware.
But either way, that's neither here nor there. What else was there?
To slightly continue the conversation we had in the AI core. I'm sure you're concerned as I am about the things the AI is trying to do.
Of course.
It's very problematic if it's not dealt with.
I agree.
I've heard several stories of robots and AI going rogue and causing damages and harm to personnel. And I feel like if this situation isn't dealt with carefully, that might happen here.
I agree with
I don't
you.
know if you've heard any of these as well. A lot of them get swept under the rug, but...
No. My kind, if it isn't obvious enough, aren't exactly fond of them. We've been very restrictive when it comes to computing and intelligence-based technologies. So, we've heard stories from other races, and we watch anything mechanical with very close, wary eyes.
I wouldn't have a problem with it if it wasn't so...
incessant.
Yes.
I agree.
I believe we should do constant checks on the system, either daily or every other day. And that way, if something were to happen, we can catch it early.
Agreed. Should probably also have Archer and then make a backup of everything. That way we can roll back the system.
Problem with that is we would need another AI core for that. We don't exactly have one of those on hand.
Oh. I still don't like it at all.
Nor do I. Well, that's all I had.
Alright, well. We'll start doing routine maintenance every other day on it then. Making sure everything's still in order.
Understood. I'll let,
One would feel the ship
Jesus Christ.
going to jump.
It scared the shit out of me.
Okay.
Anyways. I'll let Costa, Archer, and Dallas know. That way they're aware and not caught off guard by it.
Agreed. Next time I see Natalia, we'll start working on implementing the psionic interfaces. That way, if something were to go awry, myself and the other psionics can resume control of the ship from it.
Yeah. Very well. I still need to find them myself, but I believe they're either under the weather or taking night shift.
Either way.
I know I caught something last night, so...
I did too. To be honest with you, I was afraid it was going to be kennel cough.
I don't know what that is.
It's actually from Earth. It's one of the few diseases that humans can carry, pass on to the Vlaka, but they don't get sick from it.
I see. Well, then we probably caught the same thing, which is kind of concerning.
Aye.
Who knows?
Either way. Ugh.
I will check engineering.
I'm going to go find Siri. We'll probably be in the training room if you require us.
I'll probably be turning in some point soon.
Very well.
We just jumped. Archer's probably in the fucking bridge.
Talking about me. Oh, Archer's here now.
Arm. Notice these aren't cut marks. They are gills.
Siri.
Oh. Captain.
At ease. Continue on. Are you ready?
Thank you, sir.
Feel free to get jumps.
Let's go to the training room.
If it was full when you gave it to me?
it to me, then yes, I'd be happy.
All right. Have a seat. So, Siri, have you ever tried meditation in the past?
From time to time, I have done what I believe is meditative action. But it was more just what I felt like was working.
Oh. Everybody has different ways. Argyle and Oracle's agents usually are trained with brute force, seeing the psionic energies as a wall that they need to break through using their own. My own kind see it as something that you must gradually work around, either to move around it or go over it. Some see it like a stream. Sometimes it's blocked and you need to let it flow around, or wait for it to move away over time. Either of these things work, with varying degrees of success, and sometimes they turn out differently. An aggressive approach will lead to aggressive results. A calm approach will lead to calm, slow results, but more controlled. Either way, what you're trying to accomplish with meditation is we're trying to focus them. You're trying to focus the energies within yourself to a singular point. When we're practicing and we're doing our breathing for the time being, since this is newer, one way to look at it is whenever you feel your mind or your energy wandering, let it wander a bit, and then picture it coming back to the center and letting it rest for a moment. And once it finally feels like it has to move again, let it move, kind of like breathing.
I can try that.
Start with a deep breath. Close your eyes. Picture that energy flowing around you. Bring it slowly to the center. Let it rest. When it needs to move, move on its own. Bring it back and repeat. Never try to force it. Let it come and go as naturally as you can. You're getting cold. Picture it being an inner warmth. Theory. Siri. Siri, let the energy go. Siri, let some of that go. Send it to me. How are you feeling? Siri, what's wrong?
cold.
Man. Let me channel some of this warmth to you. You're holding on to a lot of the energy.
It didn't feel like a stream.
Mm-hmm. Repeat that, I got a voice in my ear.
It didn't feel like a stream. It was a storm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It just got lost. I think I've been there.
Well, this helps. We can keep working on this. It tells me that you need an anchor point. Something you can focus on that grounds you in reality. But we can discuss that later. Let's get you to medical. Make sure you didn't freeze yourself too far. Are you able to stand on your own?
I can.
Easy. Don't push yourself.
Very close.
No.
Captain.
Give me one moment. I was just taking Siri to medical.
Understood.
Here's another one of our security agents.
Of course, no one's in there. Let's get you to sit down at least. If anyone's on this channel still, this is the captain. Siri needs a quick checkup. We are in medical. Alright, let's see. Oh, Valar.
Hello. Did something happen?
Yes, it could be hypothermia. Their powers were projecting. I warmed them up slightly with my own counter, but figure physical is better. I'll leave them in your capable hands.
Okay. And then thank you, Captain, for helping.
Of course. Let's see. Where'd those other two go? Jeff.
Good day.
Good day.
Sorry for my absence. I haven't been feeling too great.
It's perfectly fine. There's a bug going around. Mercer and I caught something not too long ago, so take yourself at ease.
Thank you, sir.
Of course.
Should be controlled, so I assure your safety.
Well, I appreciate that.
No? Hello. Listen, tough enough.
Yeah.
Looking effect. No, that's promising.
Ah, Captain.
How was your...
Apologies for that.
It's fine. How was your visit?
Very welcoming. Everyone behaved Very well. I wasn't assaulted or stabbed. And the tour guide was magnificent.
Glad.
Well, of course.
Yes.
Jokes aside, I'm very sure it's quite obvious why my presence is here, Captain.
Partially. Still don't know fully why.
Well, I would like to have a discussion with you, as some observations have been made around the vessel that I would like to provide you with options. These are all under your control, and these are just a mere offer from the side of Oracle. As I've noticed that the vessel itself is very promising in its crew as well. Though I've noticed that the science team under research is lacking a little bit in assets involving the understanding of some of the reliquary or objects of power.
I believe what Ace is
Imagine.
saying is that we are laughably under staffed and or equipment for relic studies.
I suppose that you have a suggestion to remedy this.
Indeed, as we can assist with the acquisition of said tools for all of you to have a list of a grasping hand of what it is to be discovered of any things you may encounter out there. As I have heard, unfortunately, the current incident of one of your research team out while walking in the corridors. It is to be said that such things could have been prevented if the equipment was somewhat met to the standards. And some sorts could be prepared and provided to yourself, installed in this ship, make it a little bit more secure for them.
You see, of course, this is a corporation we're talking about. Nothing is free. So, what is it that you're after in exchange?
Nothing big, nothing out of your salary, of course, but to put a price on the research of knowledge, the unknown out there is a little bit outrageous to the consideration of what we're facing, what we do not understand, as things could be something so simple or life-changing, world-changing. We can modify civilizations like that. But without the individuals with the initiative to portray this test, it's all useless. So, I'll provide you with two options. You are free to deny them, of course, and others could be put in exchange of this. For the acquisition of the necessary equipment for your crew, the upcoming two artifacts that you might encounter, we could share the knowledge between your crew and Oracle for its research. I think that will be a good enough price.
And your second?
As I have heard of the recent incident of one of your researchers. It is obvious that you have some of them in possession already.
Hey?
It is understanding that some of these artifacts come from somewhere, a place of origin. And if you all manage to deduce this place, I would like to request the returning of said artifacts to those places.
I see.
There will be a way to safekeep them from the hands of individuals or other corporations who would like to use them in nefarious ways. In that way, we can have a safe zone, if you wanted to put it that way. Control area.
Very well. I'll think on this. And I'll discuss it with our science director.
Thank you for hearing my options.
Of course.
And for your time.
Very well. Was there anything further?
Mere personal question, if I may.
Go ahead.
As a captain, I understand you are there to face the unknown out there in the vast of space. I understand your resources are limited. Would future collaboration would be available or on the table?
It always depends. I can't say for certain. It's not entirely on my call.
That is true. As a captain, you must discuss this with your crew and hear their thoughts about it, as everyone is valuable in their opinions too. Very well. Thank you very much for your time.
Of course. I hope you enjoy your stay with us in the time that you have here. Either way, it is late for me, so I will be retiring. Thank you both.
Very well. Suppose it is about that time.
Have a good night, both of you.
You as well, Captain.
Thank you.
You as well.
They're up to something. Nothing is free. I give them that information. That planet might as well just be oracles. But we could use the equipment. I don't like any of it. It's not good either way.